Hey everyone, Grayson the Bard here, and welcome back for day 75 of the Hunt a Day. Look, I don't often bash Frontier's creature designs for being over the top or being too much. I think there's a place for pretty much all creatures in Monster Hunter, the grounded and simplistic, the over the top and silly. But there's some monsters even I have a hard time defending as much as I think they're cool, and today's monster, Varusa Barosu, is definitely one of those monsters that I have a hard time defending. When I was introducing burst species, I talked about how all the burst species monsters are meant to embody a wyvern mixed with a tool or a household object of some kind. And Varusa Barosu is a Diablos mixed with an oven and a stove. And this dude's weird and I love him, but he is just so out there that I cannot justify his existence as an animal. In terms of looks, he's very similar to Diablos, but more dark red, spiky with black elements. He lives exclusively in volcanic regions and eats a species of cacti that grow in the desert that allow it to produce a gas that combusts upon ignition with the air, which it vents through its back, its tail, and its horns. So it has this like stove burner effect where it's constantly like pouring out fire from its horns and holes in its tail, and it looks really really cool as like a monster in a video game. I love it, and it has such a really like intimidating, powerful design. But as a Monster Hunter monster, I can't justify it. It's way, way, way too out there. It is the shark is the shark looks like ants from how high I have jumped over it at this point. But the really cool thing about this monster is it has a unique mechanic that you really can't engage with when you're playing solo, unfortunately, even with the NPC hunters. The cactus that it eats to fuel its weird fiery death gas spawns in the arena at the start, and you can grab it and it will deal a lot of damage to you very quickly as you're running around with it trying to keep it away from Varusa Barosu as he chases you down, and you can roll it across the arena for another hunter to pick up. So if you have a full party of hunters, it becomes this like give and take game of keep away, and as long as you keep the cactus away from Varusa Barosu, he does not enter the amped up blue flame hottest of hots stage that he enters, and the fight is a lot easier. But solo, that's next to impossible to do because you're the only one who can really pick up the cactus, and whoever has the cactus is kind of focused by the monster. So it's hard to keep it away from it for long, and it spends a lot of the fight in the amped up state, which is why you see me using the legendary NPC hunters here just to make it manageable once he goes like full bore. I think the fight is really fun. I think the weapon, not the weapon mechanics. I think the combat mechanics are really unique and really cool. I love what Frontier does with individual fight design, even if I'm not the biggest fan of how a lot of the fights feel too self-contained. Like, you really can't see some of the more wild stuff like this occurring out in a big overworld, something like we're going to see in Monster Hunter Wilds. So I think for returning in Wilds, like the other burst species, 0 out of 10. I think these guys are way too out there, and in a more like arcadey, like spin-off style game, I could see these guys showing up. Like, who knows? Maybe this thing will show up in the mobile game Outlanders. There, I could see it, but not in a mainline game with the direction that the team is taking the series. And similarly, returning in a future game, it's real low. I'm gonna say like a 1. I still really like this fight. It's really fun. It has a unique armor skill that essentially, if you have your weapon unsheathed, you will lose stamina very quickly, but you will gain a massive like attack buff. And I think that's really neat, and that would be a fun thing to kind of build around if I went that direction. But right now I'm just kind of following a like progression guide online and using the armor sets that they're recommending, and that's been working out really well. That is where I'm going to wrap things up for today. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't. And until next time, here's hoping I don't screw up the numbering on the thumbnail again, and I'll see you next time.